Hello everyone and welcome to the Edmonds Racing Preview Show. Well, it's grand final weekend, the sun's shining and the boys, Toby and Trent, have a big team of runners set to step out across quite a few meetings over the weekend. Welcome fellas, and grand final, we excited? There's no Manly, but we excited, and
Thanks.
Can we get a tip?
Thanks for that.
Little jab?
No, Manly. They've been on holidays for a month.
They have. They're almost starting pre-season training, aren't they?
Yeah, they're back.
Tip. What do you want to know? Winner?
Winner, Clive Churchill, first try scorer or something for the people to follow?
I think Para can win. I know I'll get canned for that, but I think Para can win. First try scorer, RCG, and
which is
Regan Campbell-Gillard.
Yeah.
Sorry for those playing at home. And how can you go past King Gutho?
King Gutho, right.
I was tipping. I'm going heavy Para.
Para across the board, so.
Thinking Mitch Moses or King Gutho, but I'll go with the value.
Okay.
I had a look at the odds before.
Tobe, something?
No, I think Penrith is probably too strong, personally. You know, they've got across the park. They're so good. Like last week, South didn't really turn up last week. They went had a couple of injuries and they sort of had a couple of really tough games. So maybe the win was a little bit flattered last week. But I reckon kick out for the Clive Churchill.
Clive Churchill, yeah, I agree.
He was on something last week for sure. The way he ran, he was so good.
$20 odd, I think.
First try scorer.
First try scorer, yeah. To'o. He's a fave.
He is my favourite. He's good. Top. What do you call him?
To'o.
That's his name.
Yeah,
Brian To'o.
Yeah, so I'll go To'o for the first try scorer.
Okay, well there you go. A couple of.
They beat him twice this year, and they were with him the other day until Mitch Moses got knocked out. So that's where I'm.
True. Yeah. No, good logic.
I won't beat him at the pointy end. I'm telling you.
Well, hopefully it's a closer game in the AFL anyway.
That was a stitch up. Poor old Sydney, mate.
Yeah, the ratings.
Someone put something in the water.
Yeah. No good there. But all right, well let's talk.
The Oranges.
The Oranges, yeah. Do they still do that?
I think so.
Yeah. Are they allowed to do that anymore? All right, let's talk about the racing, because this is meant to be a racing show.
Crossing over.
The weather, it's good today, but it wouldn't be 2022 without a bit of rain. Just forecast 5 to 10 mils potentially for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that forecast might turn around.
Okay.
Watch our resident weatherman Gary Youngbury. He said we've got a good weekend coming up, so we're banking on that.
We should get him on because we talk about the weather more than anything else on this show as well.
It comes
usually behind us. It's whacking down with rain or something, and
so it's exciting to see the sun out, isn't it?
Yes.
All right.
See how we've said the last few weeks how it's on point. It's been coming like Thursday, Friday. It's starting to come Tuesday, Wednesday. This week it came. We had a bit of rain early in the week, so it might be just starting to get to the front end of the week, so I can recover for the back end of the week.
Yeah, I like the logic there, Todd.
Yeah, a bit of logic.
Yeah,
and don't got to worry about irrigating the track then.
Yeah. All right. Saturday, Eagle Farm. It won't matter there, regardless of whether the rain comes. So Frederick the Dane for Spicer Thoroughbreds, he's entered there. Skipped the Gold Coast last weekend because of the wet track, but also has an option at Beaudesert on Monday. What are we thinking with him?
We're thinking we're probably saving for Beaudesert. He's drawn softly out there, and with your weather prediction, hope we make the right call because he doesn't handle going. So. And it's a pretty tough race tomorrow, but I think he can nearly win it at Beaudesert, so we might just save him for there. But I've got to speak to Brad Spicer about that today, and either way he'll run well. I think he's probably nearly a good thing at Beaudesert, but he's probably a place chance at
stronger race.
Yeah, stronger race in town, obviously.
Yeah, coming out of that midweek metro.
Yeah, and he's drawn a little bit awkward up there with his speed. You know, he's going to get caught in an awkward spot, I think. So at Eagle Farm, that is.
Okay, all right. So look out, stand by for a decision there. Also, Trent Clover's Prince, Saturday Gold Coast. He's got two options also. There's both over 900, the 3-year-old, benchmark 62, or the maiden. How's he going, and what do you think? I know you've been deliberating about the races.
Giving him 2 soft trials. Just tried to ride him a little bit off the speed in both of them, and thought he tried up good with Malian the other day. I think probably the right decision, even though it's not a cutest maiden, would be to run him against the older horses. He's drawn 9 and 10 in both of the races, so accepted both, hoping to bloody...
That's the maiden 900, isn't it?
Yeah. He's drawn 9, I think 9 in the 3-year-old race and
Yeah,
10
and
in
10
the
in the other
maiden.
one.
So accepted in both, hoping to draw soft in one and ordinary in the other. So made the decision for us. Didn't happen. It doesn't look like that strong of a race. So I think if we run him in the maiden against the older horses, just have him wherever he's comfortable. He's going to get down the middle of the track, isn't he, from that wide gate, and hopefully add another string to his bow, because he was quick last prep and he wasn't quite strong enough. And it just looks perfect. 900, ride him steady, let him rip up, and he'll improve for the run.
Okay, so
If he can knock him off, perfect. If not, as long as he's charging home, runs a place, and we can go somewhere probably back 3-year-old maiden grade with a bit of confidence.
and you're thinking he's in for a good prep based on what he's shown so far?
I think he's matured a fair bit. Wish he would have grown a fair bit, but that's not going to happen. He's only a little tacker. So, look, good kick-off, walk him across the road, give him a good gallop, and then we reassess.
Okay, lucky Clover team there. And Mr. Mallion, if he does run in the maiden, he's aboard making his return.
Yeah, he said
injury?
I think he was first up over 2200, Andrew, on Wednesday at the sunny coast. He would have been
Just
looking
got
for the
there.
oxygen tank too, let me tell you. So he's had a couple of rides back, and good to have him back. He's been coming and doing some work early morning for us and riding a few trials in preparation. So looking forward to having him back in the saddle.
Yeah, good to see him back. The other runner that's entered for the maiden handicap, man, you've also got two options, Toby, is Pretty As, who was entered last week, but you saved for these two options. So Saturday the Gold Coast or Ballina on Sunday.
Yeah, so she's drawn terribly here, so we'll probably wait for Ballina Sunday.
Ballina Sunday.
That'll, depending on the track down there as well. It's heavy. I think in the northern rivers it had a bit more rain than we have.
Yep.
So that track struggles to recover it down there. So we'll have to just let that'll take care of itself. We'll work out where we go, but she won't be running here from that barrier.
Okay, and how's she going? We spoke about her last week.
Yeah, she's okay. She's similar to what we spoke about last week. She's a filly that's got some ability. I think with race, with a run into her and some, give her a bit of confidence, a bit of experience, and she'll be okay in time. Probably not tomorrow or on Sunday, but certainly once she learns what it's about, she'll be fine.
Okay, learn more after the weekend.
Yes.
And then Gold Coast, the last runner on the program, Trent, is Alkalantha, who you made as your best bet last week. Was set to run at Grafton this Tuesday, but due to the track and whatnot, you've elected to save for this. And what are we thinking heading into this one?
Extra week is good. Been able to do a couple of bits of work with him since, so that's fantastic. Had a big blow Wednesday morning when we galloped. Obviously, we pulled him out of Tuesday at Grafton due to the track conditions. And he's come up with barrier 1, blinkers on, first time. Look, he's very classy. I've had a quick look last night when acceptances come out. There's not a great deal of speed. If they're leading him, they're going too quick.
She's pretty quick horse.
That's basically it. If they're leading him, they're going way too fast. So he'll bounce out, lead, control, down on the fence. How far's the rail out?
Good question.
Not that far. Just having a look. And
2.5.
He might run out of puff the last 50, 60 metres, but hopefully he's too classy.
Okay, so we'll wait till the end to see if you're gonna declare him again.
Back it up.
Back it up. Yeah, throw it in there. All right, Tobe. We move to the Sunshine Coast Sunday. Castaconi potentially making stable debut here. She's a big Nakoni mare, maiden handicap over the 1200, but barrier 13 here for Boris Thornton.
Yeah, look, we spoke this morning, possibly we'll wait and draw a softer barrier, but in saying that, and you think about it, the starts at the Sunny Coast are
Pretty
of
fair.
least importance up there because such
More
a big track.
forgiving, yep.
Yeah, they're more forgiving. If you can get into a 3 wide line pretty easily, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. So we just need to look at that form over the next day or so. She's getting to a stage where she needs to kick off. So if we kick her off there and we just ride her nice and quiet and give her a bit of experience, and then because she's a big girl, she'll need a run anyway. So it may not hurt the Triple A, but we just need to talk about that and work out whether we wait or we don't. So,
Okay.
If we run her, I think she's a place chance, but she'd need a bit of luck from that barrier.
Okay, happy enough with her trials and what she's shown you since she's joined
I didn't
the team?
mind especially. I didn't mind the last trial. It was pretty good, and she's come on nicely. She's one we got off Michael Costa. That's taken a little bit of time by the look of it, and she's such a big girl. It's like she's nearly 16 and a half hands high. She's a big thing. So whatever she does on the weekend or when we do runners, she'll improve.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to everyone involved there with Castaconi. Trent, global citizen. Obviously, you had the double whammy last start, so looking to bounce back. The double whammy being the missed the kick and then interference in the run. So we're forgiving for global there.
Blinkers on. Work has been good since, so that's a positive. Barrier 1, fantastic. I think we'll just get a man on him in the barriers to make sure that he's right up there and paying attention. Michael reported after last start, he was first up for a long time and he wanted to stuff around in the gates, and that's what cost him. And then everyone's seen the interference halfway around, he got smacked. He's a horse that doesn't have... he's probably not the bravest, if I could say that. If anything goes his way, he's a bit of a control freak. He needs everything his own way.
Yeah.
And he's won up there really well before. I think back at about Christmas time last year when Ryan Maloney rode him, he sped along and smashed them. So blinkers on, barrier 1, perfect. Race really sets up good for him, and he's coming right back in grade. So want to see him doing something, and I think we found a really good race for him to get back to the winner's circle.
Yeah, class 5,000,
Yep.
sort of provincial grade.
He's got a bit of weight, but he's the class runner of the race, and I think addition of blinkers might just provide that little bit of oomph for him to, get back to the winner's circle.
And he's 1 from 1 at the Sunny Coast also.
Correct, yeah, and it was really a very hard track that day too, so weather, track conditions, doesn't really matter.
All right, expecting improvement there from Global.
Big improvement.
Beaudesert Monday, that public holiday Monday.
Yep.
So there's a Beaudesert meeting. You may have Frederick the Dane, who we mentioned, and then Pretty Divine for the Archer Park team. Another one that was saved from earlier this week.
Grafton, yeah. So both those horses at Grafton drew horribly, and the track was okay but there was a dodgy patch between. I spoke to the curator and the CEO. Both said for about 300 metres on the corner it was worse than a 7, which means it was probably at the time when we decided not to run was about a 9. So we decided not to run. She's drawn beautifully out there, drawn 4 I think it is. Yeah. She gets a good run with Andrew Mallion on again, and confident she can not turn the tables, but she can make amends for her last start defeat, because I thought she was a bit stiff the other day, and she actually worked up with Alkalantha on Wednesday morning, worked beautifully, so she had a good blowout and she's ready to go.
Okay, yep. Sounds like expecting good things from Pretty Divine. So they're the runners over the weekend. Unibet Punting League and Best Bets time. I think I know who you're tipping, Trent.
Yes.
Toad?
Well, logically, Alkalantha. Trent will go for that, I know. I'll go Frederick the Dane on Monday.
Frederick the Dane, race 2 at Beaudesert on Monday.
Yep.
Race 2, number 2. And Trent?
Alkalantha.
Alkalantha.
Pretty simple.
Which is Gold Coast race 6, number 7, Alkalantha.
And the punting league's
Unibet Punting League?
It's into week 4, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it week 4?
Yep.
We got nutted last week, Golden Rose, last stride by a good
on the
colt,
line.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
The favourite.
Yeah.
The favourite got
Good
rolled.
colt, just got rolled, yeah. So what are we on this week?
Turnbull Stakes, Surefire.
Surefire.
Little bit of odds. Won a weaker race first up, and then his next 2 have been without a great deal of luck, so looking for him to bounce back.
Yeah.
In the Frankel colours.
Frankel colours, yeah, the famous colours. And there's been some money for him too, I heard.
Yeah, I read that
20s
somewhere.
into 12 or something.
All the smart money.
All the smart money. Trent's been on the phone texting everyone. All right,
like that.
That's Best Bets Unibet Punting League. Anything else to add?
I don't think so. I think
Little snippet we put out about the trapeze
Artist
artist
colt.
colt off the back of
Yep.
2 impressive trialers at the first set. Had a bit of traction there, and some people jump in, so that was really good, and he's selling quick.
Good stuff. So welcome aboard to the new owners there, and limited opportunities by the sounds of it available in him before you close him off. And
going pretty quick.
Yep, I think there's a little bit left, isn't there?
Yep, a little bit left. So if anyone's keen, you better get in pretty quick, because
Okay.
it's gone.
Toby
Not
will be
not quite gone. But
refreshing the inbox.
yep.
Correct.
Well, the emails were down for 2 days, 3 days this week. Seriously.
Were they?
Yeah. So I don't know what happened. Maybe it was that data breach.
Oh, hackers.
Optus thing, but and Prism was down yesterday as well. So
Okay, but they're working now. So if anyone is interested in the trapeze artist,
Fire away.
send Toby an email.
yep.
All right, well, that's a wrap. Good luck over the weekend, and
Thanks, Ed.
have a great weekend, everyone.
Thanks, mate.
Go Para.